What's up, everybody? Welcome to Podcast Now. I'm Alex. In this video, I want to talk about the future of Tomb Raider, the future of this rebooted Tomb Raider trilogy. Now, we've just gotten the last game, Shadow of the Tomb Raider. Came out this past week. I've had, a lot of things to say about the game. I've had a lot of things to say about the franchise, and we've made videos talking about that over the last couple of days. The question I have for this video, and this will be the last of our Tomb Raider content, at least in the near future, is what's to come. I've seen a lot of things and a lot of news stories and a lot of reports that this is probably it, that this was a trilogy, and this is about, this is the end of Lara Croft's journey. This is the end of her story. And I kind of want to talk about, is that true, or is it a good idea, and all that stuff in this video. And to start off, I'm just going to flat out say yes. I think it is. I think it's something that should happen. I feel like in terms of what this trilogy has done, we talked about this a couple days ago where I talked about, has this trilogy been a failure, or has it been a success? Like, how do people actually measure this trilogy? And you can watch that video to hear what I say about that. I don't really want to repeat too much of what I've said. But overall, I've kind of said it's like it's an iffy thing. It's not necessarily a failure, but I wouldn't call it a success. I've seen a lot of things like on Twitter and stuff praising the trilogy, praising the actress who plays Lara Croft. But I feel like that's more of just like a women empowerment thing in terms of like they made a powerful woman, whatever. I mean, there's good females in games all over the place. I don't really feel like this does anything. Maybe it does, but to me, it doesn't matter if it's a male or female. Just tell a good story. Have a strong character. Doesn't matter. But people nowadays, especially in the gaming industry, they're all about that stuff. So maybe in terms of the empowering women, this has been something that needed to happen, and it does that, and that's great. Whatever. But does it need another game? I honestly don't feel like it's even deserved to have another game, and that goes back to that video where we basically have had a trilogy that has had a lot of good to it, has had a lot of poor sales. In terms of the first game, did really good both commercially and critically. Second game did really, really good critically, but did terrible commercially. And there's this third game, which so far what I've seen is getting destroyed commercially, not selling well. And in terms of critically, it's been all over the place, but with people that I respect at least, saying that the game is very iffy, not that good of a game, all that stuff. And when it comes to like the third game in the trilogy, I feel like it should be an end. Now, they could pull like an Uncharted 4 thing, because even though this Lara Croft seems to, in my mind, have been around forever, in the game, in this last game, Shadow of the Tomb Raider, she's only 21. So there is room to make another game. I would have honestly preferred this game, Shadow of the Tomb Raider, to be her when she's older. Like an Uncharted 4, an older, retired Nathan Drake going back into it. I think that would have worked really well to see a Lara Croft in her 30s, kind of out of the game, out of raiding tombs for a while, and then kind of being brought back into it. I think that would have been cool. Yes, it would have been pretty copycatting Uncharted, but that's pretty much what all of these games have done anyway. And again, I'm not bashing them. I'm just saying this newer Tomb Raider tends to act a lot like Uncharted, and then Uncharted copies a little bit, and then Tomb Raider copies back, goes back and forth. That's all I'm saying. I'm not bashing them. But I feel like that would have been an interesting concept to go with, even if it would have been pretty much copying Uncharted. They could still do that. They could still make a fourth game, but from everything that I've kind of seen, and from what I've gathered just from playing this third game, personally, I do not want a fourth game. I would not play a fourth game. I would not support a fourth game. This game has just been purely a disappointment to me. It's been a waste of my money. It's been a waste of my time. And I wouldn't play this game if there were better games out at the same time. And that's a disservice to Spider-Man, because I could be playing Spider-Man. Instead, I'm playing a little bit of this game. So overall, I do not think there should be a fourth game. And I don't think there will. I really don't think there will. I think that the series and all just hasn't sold enough, hasn't done enough to show that we want a fourth entry to this title. And I don't think it's going to happen. If it does, it could happen maybe in 3-4 years. But I really don't see how that's going to be productive, because these games just aren't rebounding. The second game was a dip from the first game, and the third game has been a dip from the second game. So it's not like it's been all over the place. It's not like it was good, bad, good. It's pretty much been good, okay, bad in terms of sales. Or even the second game probably will sell the least of all of them. But in terms of if we're going to get a fourth game, I personally do not think we will. But I want to know from what you guys think. Leave in the comments below. Do you think we'll get a fourth game? Do you think they deserve to make a fourth game? What did you think of this trilogy so far? Let me know. Make sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel, Podcast Now. Like and share the video, and I will see you guys on the next video.